Welcome. Today we are discussing the severe weather threat that has been issued for most of the north of the Ohio River, for places in Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, all the way to North Dakota and South Dakota. There is a slight or a marginal to moderate risk of severe weather today. Moderate is the second highest level of severe weather risk they can issue, the highest being high. Today we have a lot of amazing conditions. This area not experiencing much rain for the past few weeks. These areas, which always experience rain, like it's Tornado Alley. They've been having storms all the time. But as we get to the end of our tornado season, today's risk in the moderate area is not for what you think. It's not for tornadoes, but for wind. Today's wind threat in the moderate risk area is a 45% chance of high significant damaging winds, with the significant risk issued in this area of South Dakota and much of the area of the 30 and 45% chance risk. Major cities included in the significant severe wind threat include Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Cleveland, Ohio, with a total population of 27 million. That also includes people in this small significant area up in South Dakota. We already did that, but people including the 15% risk cities include Detroit, Michigan, Indianapolis, Indiana, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Lexington, Kentucky, and Madison, Wisconsin. Some of the cities in the 5% risk for this is Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Virginia Beach, Virginia, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and St. Paul. It's a very widespread system, which spreads from all the way up, which currently right now it spreads from all the way up to from Duluth, Minnesota, down to parts of the western coast of eastern coast of Lake Michigan. Sorry, forgive me. But here for tornado risk today, highest risk issued today is a 5%, which includes much of northern North Dakota, areas of southern Michigan, much of the northwestern region of Ohio, and much of the northeastern region of Indiana, with little parts of Chicago and Milwaukee included. Major cities included in the 5% risk for today is Chicago, Illinois, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Toledo, Ohio, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and South Bend, Indiana. Although we are expecting more damaging winds, so don't be expecting too many tornadoes. Be expecting the wind. For hail today, we have more of the slight risks of hail. It's one of the smaller probabilities for today. But where we have significant hail expected, with a total area population of 250,000, Rapid City, South Dakota, Jamestown, North Dakota, Pierre, South Dakota, Spearfish, South Dakota, and Rapid Valley, South Dakota. We expect to see 15% chance. There's a 15% chance of widespread hail in the cities of Chicago, Illinois, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Toledo, Ohio, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Madison, Wisconsin, which was just hit by a relatively large cell. Not as this video came out, but long time before. The areas including the 5% risk has a total population of almost 50 million people. Those cities include Detroit, Michigan, Indianapolis, Indiana, Columbus, Ohio, Washington, D.C., Cleveland, Ohio. You have parts of Baltimore included. You have much of Ohio included. You have Pittsburgh included in there. You have St. Paul. You have Minneapolis. You have southern parts of Green Bay. Lots of major cities included in the 5% risk. Now we go to the radar. I'm not from Houston. This is just to throw you off my trail. We have a large cell down by Indianapolis right now that seems to have just went through. Seems to have hail on many, or heavy rain or hail in many of these cells. Down by Cincinnati, there's a stray cell that seems to have left the main line and will be impacting northern parts of Cincinnati. This main cell seems to be it seems to be growing quite a bit down towards the bottom, and will strike Dayton in about probably an hour or so. So be expecting that. Although it does look like it's maybe weakening as the day moves on. If we go back up to the main area, it looks kind of like a hurricane, with this little area being where the eye would be, having very heavy rain, very heavy winds, or strong winds, very strong cells down here on the southern part. You have this one that went through Madison, Wisconsin, as I said, and this one up here near Mauston. Forgive me if I mispronounce that. But this cell has very heavy precipitation, could potentially be hail in the front of this cell, with a little bit of a indent right there, signaling maybe a little bit of rotation. As the day goes on, this line will continue to grow, continue to strengthen as parts of it move south into the Detroit and Lansing area, with as far as my radar goes at 5 p.m. This is the best as I could get it. But it looks to be pretty strong up here near Traverse City and Cadillac. North of Mount Pleasant, there's a lot of heavy rain. The cell that hit Madison will be heading across Lake Michigan at this time, still producing heavy rain and potentially a lot of hail. Back down to this cell down here, it'd just be entering Dayton around 4:45, so be expecting that around 4:45. Hopefully this video warned you of the current threat happening in about very little time. So be safe tonight. Be ready. Have a great night.